So basically, we use 25% Wagyu tri-tip, 25% Wagyu brisket, which we believe brings a lot of the very essential fat that a really good burger needs. A lot of people say, what is it, like 1585? It's like, it's closer to 60-40. I mean, it's a real fatty.
Right.
Close to 40% fat on this burger. And then we use premium choice Angus chuck, about 20% of that, and then 15% each on the premium choice Angus New York and ribeye. So what we've done is we've said, these are all the things we like about beef. Let's put them all into this burger. Just because it's a burger does not mean it has to be chuck.
Right, right.
Does not mean it has to be this. We break it down in-house, we dry age in-house, we salt all the meat into individual pieces, so as we grind it, you get a very integrated and well-seasoned burger. We cook it on the plancha, which I believe is the best way to get a really nice crust on both sides.
Right.
We do about 1.5 minutes on the first side, flip it over, put tons of melted butter on it. The way that we ground the meat, we basically have ensured that all meat fibers are going in the same direction, which sounds like a really weird and minute detail, but basically every other burger that does not use this method is getting compact and pushed together, and you have a burger that has no air in the inside, and it's dense. Sure, maybe it could be really good, but it's just dense. And so what we've done is we bring all the meat strands out. It takes like 7 times that we do this. And we roll it up and we make what's called a torchon. Basically means a cylinder of meat. And if you look at it, you can see it's just all meat strands going the same way. So then we cut your burger into about 1 inch. We're aiming for about a 6-ounce patty, but we cut it all by hand, and so there's some that are bigger and some that are smaller. And so one of the things that happens when you do it yourself,
right.
And you look at it, and basically your burger, as opposed to being something that's smashed together, is like 120 individual meat strands that are about 1 inch long. And so as we put the melted butter, the butter very gently cooks the inside of the meat. And then we put a maple bourbon onion compote on top. We use 2 cheeses because one of them is the sharpness and one of them is the meltiness. So we use Gruyere and Fontina, which we have found is the best. The reason that the description's not on there is because we're constantly reevaluating.
Right.
Like I said, there's no way that we just were like, this is a burger and it was the best in the world. Like, we can always get better.
Right.
We're not a pretentious restaurant. It's a neighborhood place. We serve great food, and so we use iceberg lettuce. It's got a great crunch. It's got an amazing freshness. We started using arugula, and something really pretentious about putting that on it. I mean, it's a burger, man. Like, that's what it is. It's just, it's a great burger. We make our own mayonnaise, we make our own mustard, and the bun is our recipe. Our ovens are not strong enough to handle them, but on days that our bakery doesn't do it, we bake our own and we just deal with it.
Okay.
It is a horseradish potato bun. The horseradish is not something you'll notice, but it wakes your palate up. It makes you more susceptible to enjoying food.
Horseradish in the bun, okay.
Yeah. I hope you're splitting it, because the Wagyu is so rich that on the first bite of your second half, you really can't taste it anymore. I mean, a lot of people say we don't like onions. You know, can you not put the onions on? It's like, the onions come on there because the burger's too salty without it, and you need the maple and the bourbon and the acid from the onions to cut through the fatty richness of the meat. So that's our burger. On the dinner menu, I don't know what it says on lunch, but on the dinner menu it says as a descriptor, way overhyped.
Yeah, it had that on there. I like that.
It's not the best burger in the world. I'm sure there's something better, and you know, to say that it is naive, and it's the best we can do. Right. And we've taken all things into account when choosing how we do the burger. We've cut no corners. We actually put on the bun, we put a Parmesan mayo that we make as well, and we grill it, and that way what happens is you actually get a cheese crisp on both sides of the bun. So it's another layer of texture, and also something that then keeps the very juicy meat from sogging the bottom. So enjoy, and hope you like as much as we do.
Thank you very much.